Welcome to News Move Chat Trap. So আজি আমাৰ লগত আছে সকলোৱে আমি চিনি পাওঁ Samar Sarkar. তেওঁ MTV Roadies Rising আমি তেওঁক দেখা পাইছো লগতে তেওঁ Mr. India 2016 ফাইনেলিষ্ট আছিলে আমি সকলোৱে জানো তেওঁৰ বিষয়ে তেতিয়া মই এটা সৰুকে ইন্ট্ৰডাকশ্যন এটা দি দিছো মেগা মিষ্টাৰ নৰ্থ ইষ্ট second runners up লগতে MMA coach and fitness expert. So welcome to our show Samar first of all.
Thank you so much for having me. How are you
It's our
doing this day?
pleasure.
I remember we had a interview together long back. So how are
Yes,
you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing good, not too bad. God grace, ऊपर वाला है so.
Obviously, God bless him. So, as everyone knows, MTV Road is rising. So, first of all, I would like to put this question itself: the MTV Road is rising final contestant. So, how does it feel?
It feels really good to be, contestant like, it's a very big platform. Like, even, you can't express it in words basically because once you are roadie, you stay a roadie for your life, basically. You
Obviously.
can't, it's nothing that, you can buy. You can't just buy it on market. You have to earn that respect and you have to earn that that position out there because it's how tough it is because there are
Mm-hmm.
thousands and thousands of people auditioning every year, every season, thousands of them. But then again, going to that top four, top five, it is like a huge victory, I would say. But then again, I've got to learn a lot of stuff. But it feels really
Mm-hmm.
great to be a roadie finally. Forget about being a semi-finalist or being a winner or something. Being a winner, of course, I know it's a huge deal. I know
Mm-hmm.
I've known Shweta Mehta from the winner from our
Yeah.
season personally, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a huge deal to be a winner. But then again, forget about that. But just being a part of the journey, something which is like, is I'm blessed. Thank you.
Obviously, once a roadie, always a roadie, and not just like you have to be the winner. Being a just a contestant in roadies is a big deal, I think.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, tell me about the experience over there. How was it?
First of all, it's it's a war out there. It's a war zone completely. Yeah. But then again, initially, the first day of your journey, you're just measuring everybody up. किसका कितना potential है, how's everybody, कौन जीत सकता है, किसके साथ बना सकता है alliance, and
Mm-hmm.
that starts from day one, by the way. The day one, like, the moment you're in the journey, the day one is like, everybody's talking to everybody. Like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody want to know who everybody is. And, कौन से gang में that is the वो निकल ही जाता है. But then again, everybody is like, asking कि आप क्या करते हो, क्या नहीं करते हो, what are your strong side, what is your potential, are you into sports or whatever, everybody
Mm-hmm.
वो लोग वो सब चीज करते रहते हैं. तो we measure कि कि हाँ ये बंदे में पोटेंशियल है, ये बंदा का थिंकिंग ऐसा है, एंड देन यू कैन
Mm-hmm.
चल अलायंस बनाते हैं. तो फ्रॉम डे वन पॉलिटिक्स तो डे वन से चालू. Okay, politics is like,
Obviously.
the person who can read somebody's body language and the way they think, like वो आदमी का थोड़ा they've got this plus point. But then again, journey में is like, the experience, like, first initially तो we were like all everybody, we were like कि कि इसको निकालना है, उसको निकालना है. But later on,
Mm-hmm.
when you stay there with them for like how many 24 hours throughout रहते हो for 30 days, and then you get to know the person because game एक side है. You have this game
Mm-hmm.
here and then you have this personal connection with that person. Okay, this personal connection वो चीज मतलब once you get to know the person, because आप एक साथ रहते हो तो you share everything with that person, right? You share like कि how their life is, how parents and everything. You have this personal connection.
Mm-hmm.
उसके बाद you get to know the person, and then the friendship bond हो जाता है. Even with the judges, even with the gang leaders,
Mm-hmm.
how they live. This is because we from outside we see this celebrity life, totally different
Mm-hmm.
thing. But then again, there's
Yeah.
also struggle. There's also hustle out there. They keep on saying it's not easy to, just be on this, just maintain that space in the screen. It's not easy to be
Mm-hmm.
there. Every day there are people coming in. So we go, I learned a lot. I'm sure all my co-contestants, they learned a lot from these people and from each other too. So the journey was, it's an enjoyment part was there, of course, because after the shoots and after what like off screen, what you see in the screen, that's a different one. Off
Mm-hmm.
screen, that bonding, that enjoyment, that thing is there, that fun is there. But then again, wo aa jata hai, the competition. The competition is there, the politics is there, the task is there, and then the life lessons that all these people like who are elder to us, like Ren Vijay, all the gang leaders, and everybody, they give us a life lesson, and then to know, to see places, to travel, to get to know to
Mm-hmm.
different people, like of different culture, with different ethnic backgrounds and everything. So वो जानने के बाद you get to know the entire कि ये nation ऐसे है, there are people, such kind of people, उनके गांव ऐसे. That's amazing. It's a learning experience. I would say it was very beneficial for me as a personal growth way, talking to people, knowing people, that thing is there, and knowing these people, and वहाँ पे travel करना, because after the show also we have done few get-togethers, everybody of us.
Mm-hmm.
We did few get-togethers in Mumbai, we did in Pune. So वहाँ पे क्या है ना, got to know their families and everybody. You create a family out there. So that was my
Mm-hmm.
experience, and it was amazing. I'm telling you, it's really amazing.
So, so everyone knows that, it's a reality show, right? So, do you think like politics over there is also a part of the reality show?
Is the most integral part, I would say. It's the most integral
Mm-hmm.
part of the reality show, for any reality show, to be very frank, because I would say that politics task was there in our reality show, in our like journey, and the tasks were
Mm-hmm.
good, the tasks were tough. It was like neck to neck, but then again there were two tasks exactly happening at that same moment. One was the physical task that you see on the camera. The other one is the survival task, which you don't see when we return to the camp. We have to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that कि अगर if I lose the task, if I lost the task, there was another task for me, that I have to fight for my survival. I have to
Mm-hmm.
convince these people to not to vote me out, because I don't have the
Mm-hmm.
immunity with me, and I also want that they don't vote my gang, or I'll try to save my gang, right? Like gangs
Mm-hmm.
first, because now you're not playing individually, you're playing with the gang, so gangs first.
Mm.
So we as a gang, we approach to different, you have seen in the show, right? We approach to different
Yes,
different people,
obviously.
to different
Mm-hmm.
gangs. So, and then we tell them ki, sir, like please try is bar bacha lo, next time we'll return you the favor. So we
Mm-hmm.
talk, we did that thing. That is politics. But then again, we have to make sure one thing, that what the other person wants, because that
Mm.
person has got the immunity, that person is in power. Usko kya chahiye?
Mm.
Now that person, suppose an XYZ, he hates summer, like brutally
Mm.
hating, like full on. वो मेरे को hate करता है, ठीक है? He wants to throw me out of the show. Now उसके
Mm.
पास जाके कोई मतलब नहीं, it's a waste of time. उसके पास जाना जरूरत ही नहीं है, because
Mm.
that person, that acts, wants to throw Summer out so badly that he'll risk anything for that. He wants to throw Summer
Mm.
out. So उसके पास जाके फायदा नहीं. So what you have to think that let's cut out his limbs, right?
Mm.
Let's take away his supporters. So I'll approach
Mm.
his supporters कि भाई देख, ऐसा
Okay.
ऐसा है, you guys take my support. Next time कुछ भी problem होगा, my gang, on behalf of my gang, I'm speaking. I'm the gang representative. I'll tell you that we return you the favor. आपको
Mm-hmm.
आपको नहीं मिलेगा, आपको जाने नहीं देंगे, क्योंकि the thing is that at the end of the day there is only one winner. And at the end of the day, जब
Obviously.
vote out ground में सब लोग खुद को बचाते हैं. That's the thing.
Mm.
If I say कि भाई तू मेरे को वोट मत कर, तू अगर वोट नहीं करेगा तो remember, अगर next time we've been a gang, winning like a ruling gang for two times. अगर हम लोग वापस
Mm.
ruling gang में आए, I'm going to target you. Don't take his support, the guy, the ex who wants to throw me out. I'm going to target you if you vote me. So we cut out the limbs, and then the voting ground में जो होता है you see. So that's the politics out there.
So like there's a lot of politics over there.
There's a lot of politics. There's a lot of politics. There's more politics than task, basically. You task to
Mm-hmm.
वो just नाम का होता है, basically all politics. I did a lot of politics here. I was the guy who actually did politics.
Oh.
Because
So
the thing is
coming
that
from,
there were
oh
22
yeah.
people. There were 22
Mm-hmm.
people. So out of 22, around 15 to 16 of them got voted out because of my planning. So that thing
Oh,
was that that's the reason why I got voted out the end, because these guys, they all came back, they were in the hotel, so they started
okay.
talking कि अरे समर ने तो ये बोला था, oh नहीं नहीं समर तो मुझे ये बोलता, oh shit he's the guy जिसकी वजह से we got voted out. So
Okay.
at the end सब मिलके मेरे को vote out कर दिया. So
Okay,
that's
I
what
got
happened.
it. Okay, so from roadies, we'll come to your MMA coach. So, do you think, like, MMA, it's a martial art, right? So, do you think for a girl, it's really very necessary to learn it for, like, her own self-defense? Do you really think
I
it's
would like
it's
to
needed?
I would like to put forward one thing in this thing. Okay, martial arts लोगों ने इसको ऐसे बना के रखा है ना कि it's a very big deal for a female, like a person, to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very big deal. It's just like cooking. I'm telling you. It's just like how you
Okay.
dance. You because
Hmm.
think क्या होता है कि it's a life skill basically. Okay, like
Hmm.
what does people say? Like, three things you need to learn. It's must in your lifestyle. It's a life. Okay, you must learn these three things for your survival. One is swimming. The second one is driving. The third one is riding. Okay, these three
Mm-hmm.
things you must learn for your survival, because you might get stranded any place, anywhere, many times. Okay, so even martial art is a survival thingy.
Hmm.
प्लस लॉट ऑफ पीपल दे थिंक दैट मार्शल आर्ट क्या है ना, टीवी में चीजें ऐसे दिखाती है कि मारपीट होता है, चोट लगती है.
Hmm.
इसीलिए लॉट ऑफ पीपल दे लाइक स्टेप, अरे यार चोट लगी, कौन करने जाएगा,
Hmm.
कौन लड़ाई दिस एंड दैट.
Hmm.
It's not about that. It's about your physical fitness first of all. आप आप जिम जाते हो, you do your workouts, to become fit, right? Martial art, you can
Hmm.
also opt for martial art as a cardio kickboxing martial arts. As a cardio kickboxing, it helps improve your cardio strength, respiratory strength and
Hmm.
vascular strength. Secondly, you also, the plus point is that you are improving your body, you're improving your immunity, you're improving your like everything, health benefits, that. So वो improve हो रहा है,
Hmm.
साथ में क्या हो रहा है, साथ में you're also learning some skills. Okay, you're also learning some self-defense skills. World out there is not a bed of roses, right? So when you step
Hmm.
out in the real world, there are certain places where you must not be, or sometimes you might find yourself in a wrong time, in a wrong place, with the wrong person. Happens. You see the news, because बहुत
Obviously.
सारे, you see the news every day, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's completely like it's dirt out there. There are people with sick mentality. There are people, like who'll see you in skirt, or who'll see you in frock, or any clothes you're revealing, and they get this fucking boner out there. So you have these people
Mm-hmm.
with this sick mentality. You have such people, and when you actually encounter such people, like you panic, because आप कुछ कर
Mm-hmm.
नहीं पाते, because then you have this thought कि अगर martial arts सीख लिया होता, तो maybe I might
Hmm.
have
It could
saved
have
myself,
helped.
might have come out of this situation. Because martial art
Hmm.
doesn't, it doesn't guarantee you कि आप 10-15 लोगों से आप झड़ के लड़ झड़ के आप निकल आओगे, आप लड़की हो, this and that. There are physical limitations to that too. But then again, कुछ नहीं होने से बेटर कुछ सीख के रखे ना. You never know.
Hmm.
Never know कि suppose I'm a guy, we are a woman, okay. I'm physically
Hmm.
stronger than you, right? But there are certain points in my board which is like, अगर आप एक punch एक kick लग जाएगा, तो I'm like,
Hmm.
I might come down like a tree, right? तो वही सीन
Mm-hmm.
हो रहा है, because there are martial arts में क्या होता है, self defense में क्या होता है, we teach you certain moves, certain things which are like, which is scientifically proven, right? Ki there are weak
Hmm.
points in our body. Even as a
Hmm.
woman, you can attack those weak points and you can save your life. So it is, I would suggest it is very important for people and for everybody to educate themselves in martial art, and plus, not as in fact this self defense plus with the physical fitness ke liye bhi too. And that was a good part in my school, that martial art was
Hmm.
compulsory in my school. The school I passed out
Oh.
from, St. Stephen's School, the martial art was compulsory. So I would
Hmm.
suggest to keep all the parents, if they are watching this, and to all the in the authorities to make
Hmm.
this thing a compulsory education in schools, because abhi jo
Obviously.
ho raha hai, it's better to prepare ourselves. Precaution is better than cure. We have to prepare
Hmm.
ourselves. You never know. And martial arts is not only just physical fitness and self-defense. It also teaches you how to live your life. It also teaches you how to
Hmm.
behave, how to sit, your posture, and everything. Martial art is something different. It's not only fighting. It's obviously self-defense is there, but then again, it also teaches you how to behave with people. Suppose if we start from the grassroots level, if we educate our boys and girls, they are the future, right? So future में वो चीज लोग नहीं दोहराएंगे, right? Future में वो लोग जाके कोई लड़की नहीं छेड़ेंगे, they won't come under influence of any alcohol and do something wrong, because this is the thing that teaches martial art. It starts from the grassroots level. So it is very important, I
Hmm.
feel. It is like the most crucial part. Like, people should, you know, they should do this.
Okay, so as you were saying about this, you suddenly mentioned that, if someone looks into a girl like she's wearing a skirt or something. So do you believe that, dressing sense really does matter in case of rape victim? You think that? What do you think?
No, honestly, I don't, because if you, even if you're wearing a sari or a burqa, you might have come across this news that burqa पहनने वाली को भी रेप हो चुका है, साड़ी पहन के
Mm,
रास्ते में घूमने वालों को भी रेप हो चुका है. ये this is because this is your freedom. Women, as a woman, you wear whatever you like. That's your body. You want to
mhm,
flaunt it, you flaunt it. You want to wear certain clothes, you do it. अगर वैसा होता तो गवर्नमेंट, हमारे गवर्नमेंट है ना, वो ये सब वेस्टर्न क्लोथ्स पे बैन लगाती पहले. अगर वो और
obviously.
the obviously the all this literate people, all this people जो उधर अथॉरिटी में बैठे हैं, अगर उनको ये लगता है ऑल दिस लाइक लर्नड मैन, उनको अगर ये लगता है कि अगर ये सेंस से ये इन्फ्लुएंस हो रहा है, then they would have banned the
Mhm,
western clothing completely,
mhm,
right? ये नहीं हो रहा है. It's
obviously.
about mentality. It's like I would say, I shouldn't use that word, but then again, it's all about upbringing, how you
Yeah,
upbring
obviously
your
it's true mentality and upbringing of a
child,
people.
completely on the
Like first.
upbringing, of course.
Mm-hmm.
आपके एजुकेशन कैसी है, आपको घर पे क्या सिखाया जा रहा है, उसके बाद आप क्या बन रहे हो लाइफ में. इट्स ऑल अबाउट अपब्रिंगिंग. अगर वो हो रहा है, अगर गंदी चीजें सिखाई जा रही, गंदे कंपनी में रह रहे, गंदे एजुकेशन मिल रही है, तो पीपल इट्स हार्ड टू keep them in control. It's all about mentality. It's sick mentality, people doing all this shitty things.
Hmm. So, before putting up the second, like the next question, I would like to mention
Mhm.
the viewers. If you have any questions for Samar Sarkar, you can put it in the comment box. So I'll mention your name and put it up for him. So I'll go to directly to the next question. So being a fitness, being in the fitness industry, so do you think like after the pandemic, how is like
Hmm.
fitness industry coping up? Like you're a fitness coach, also fitness educator. So do you think like
Hmm. I think there's an internet issue out here.
hello?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, I was asking you that after the pandemic, so how do you think like fitness industry is coping up? Because
Well,
most of the gyms are closed and everything, if you see.
well, to be very honest, like all the other industries, even fitness industry suffered a lot. Like all the other
Hmm.
industry. Like I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this and they would agree to me because this is not like putting up one industry forward कि ये industry ने ज़्यादा सफर किया इस industry ने ज़्यादा सफर किया. I would say कि सारे industry को सफर हुआ है. Everybody जो एक from a barber to a CEO of a big multinational company, everybody suffered. Okay, and this was a huge
Hmm.
thingy which which literally broke the spine of our Indian economy and
Hmm.
like as a nation, as a world, as a world family, it literally broke the spine. But then again, we have to cope up with that. We have to come up with our own things because we have to move on, right? So now moving on part
Obviously.
is like saying is very easy, but moving on part becomes really tough for people. Now a lot of people I know from my personal contact, like those who were like they were personal trainers and they were fitness enthusiasts. They could A lot of people couldn't work out, a lot of people couldn't earn their own bread and butter because personal trainers look like personal trainers look at they train, right? They don't have any other
Hmm.
jobs, right? They give their full time to this thing. They train
Hmm.
themselves, they train people out here and everything. जैसे pandemic आया, covid हुआ, lockdown हुए, gyms आपको पता है, for a long period of time gyms were shut,
Yeah.
like all the other companies. Gyms shut हो गए थे. They like it become because हमारे गुवाहाटी में क्या है, गुवाहाटी इन जैसा even I would say as a in a country in our country जो ये फिटनेस एंथुजियास्ट लोग होते हैं, जो ये फिटनेस प्रोफेशनल्स लोग होते हैं, they normally don't belong from a huge family, like from a first class family. Okay,
Hmm.
usually बहुत लोग एक moderate family से आते हैं, from an average. A lot of people are below लेकिन वो उससे आते हैं, below average family से आते हैं. So all these
Hmm.
people, because उनके पास कोई और चारा नहीं होता, because क्या होता है कि I've seen the data. एक सर्वे का डेटा आया था नेसम से. तो उसका क्या था कि उन्होंने वो किया था कि 60% of the trainers, their sole income is through fitness. Okay, ट्रेनिंग से ही
Hmm.
उनका सोल इनकम आता है. सो अब जिनका सोल इनकम सिर्फ ट्रेनिंग से आ रहा है तो उनका तो बहुत ही हाल बुरा था. अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल जिनका
Hmm.
सिर्फ बिजनेस ही जिम्स में है, जैसे एक किसी का एक बिजनेस है, दे बिकम द जिम ओनर बनने के
Hmm.
बाद जिम ओनर बनने के बाद उनको ये काम मिला था कि they'll do this कि जिम चलाएंगे, लोग आएंगे, बिकॉज फिटनेस तो कहीं बंद नहीं होगा, फिटनेस दारू और पेट्रोल ये तो कभी बंद नहीं होंगे, लोग तो करेंगे. तो
Hmm.
कि वैसे खोल के बैठ गए. एंड देन उसके बाद लॉकडाउन में सैलरीज तो सबको देना पड़ रहा है. लॉट ऑफ पीपल, लॉट ऑफ
Hmm.
जिम ओनर्स, दे आर पेइंग द सैलरीज, 50% सैलरी सबको पेमेंट कर रहे हैं. जिनका जिनका
Hmm.
पेमेंट नहीं कर रहा है उनके उनके जिम्स बंद हो चुके हैं. एंड प्लस जिम्स के रेंट तो कम नहीं हुए. किसी किसी ने कम किया, किसी किसी ने कम नहीं किया. तो रेंट तो पूरा जा
Hmm.
रहा है. मतलब सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में कम आ रहा है, रेंट तो जा रहा है, बट इनकम इज नॉट देयर. सो पीपल, बहुत
Hmm.
लोग, बिकॉज जिम जब खुलता है तो एक छोटे स्पेस में नहीं खुलता, नॉट इस 200-300 स्क्वायर फीट में जिम नहीं बनता. जिम जब बनता है तो
Obviously.
1000, 1500, 5000, 7000, 10,000 स्क्वायर फीट में बनते हैं. सो all that's a huge space, and that huge space का रेंट भी ह्यूज होता है. एंड नाउ प्रॉब्लम क्या हो गया कि रेंट तो जा रहा है, इनकम नहीं आ रहा है. लॉट ऑफ पीपल couldn't take it. They had to shut down their gyms, they had to sell their equipments at a lower price. So फिटनेस इंडस्ट्री ने सफर किया a lot now.
Hmm.
अभी धीरे धीरे things are getting better, like for a lot of gyms, but then again
Hmm.
वो चीज नहीं है. like my projection is that वो आने में और 1 साल लग जाएगा. Post
Hmm.
vaccination, that thing, people are still skeptical in, like coming out in a public places, and
Hmm.
especially gyms, because वहाँ पे people are touching the glove, touching the bars and dumbbells with their sweaty hands, and a lot of अलग-अलग तरीके के लोग आते हैं. So
Obviously.
people are still skeptical कि अभी जिम जाना है, नहीं जाना है. लेट्स अभी बहुत लोग ये सोच रहे हैं कि वैक्सीनेशन कंप्लीट हो जाए, उसके बाद जिम
Hmm.
जाएंगे तो विल बी सेफ. बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैज टेकन कोविड लाइक फन पे भी लेके रखे हैं बहुत लोग. उनको लगता है कोविड किसी
Obviously.
होने से
Hmm.
कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बट जिसके घर पे
Hmm.
डेथ हुई है या जिन लोगों ने
Hmm.
सफर किया है, वो
Hmm.
लोग जानते हैं कि कोविड का एक्चुअली असर क्या होता है. So you know that
Hmm.
we shouldn't make fun of these people, but then again we should always keep like safe ourselves and अपना जो भी है SOP follow करके दे रखना है. So that's the thing because otherwise it will take another year, I guess. I guess for people to come out of their
Obviously.
houses because lockdown may a lot of people they have like got this thing habit of like cycling outdoors. They have purchased
Mm-hmm.
expensive cycles and bicycles and they are doing this. जो वो लॉकडाउन पीरियड में जो एक ग्रुप बन गया तो पीपल नाउ दे आर लाइकिंग साइकिलिंग आउटडोर्स
Mm-hmm.
वो अभी
Yeah,
ट्रेंड एक आ
true.
गया यू माइट हैव सीन इन गुवाहाटी वो ट्रेंड अभी आ गया कि
Yes,
पीपल आर
yes.
गोइंग टू वर्क थ्रू साइकिल्स दैट इज वेरी गुड दैट इज वेरी गुड तो लोग जिन लोग ने एक्सपेंसिव बाइसाइकिल्स खरीदे 30-40 थाउजेंड के 25,000 these are expensive cycles so वो सब चला रहे तो उनको एक मजा आ रहा है
Mm-hmm.
तो नाउ इवन दे आर थिंकिंग कि आगे रिजल्ट तो आ रहा है पतले तो हो रहे हैं तो इवन दे आर थिंकिंग कि जिम जाके क्या स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग बाद में कर लेंगे अभी फिलहाल यही चले क्योंकि
Mm-hmm.
क्या पता कब लॉकडाउन हो जाए मेंबरशिप ले लो अगर मेंबरशिप लॉकडाउन हो गया तो फिर वो पीरियड भी वेस्ट हो
Mm-hmm.
जाएगा पैसा बर्बाद हो जाएगा तो लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर
Obviously.
थिंकिंग दैट टू सो इसीलिए लेट्स सी एक साल बाद things will be better but otherwise we have to survive so we are doing it जैसे भी हो लॉस में भी हो we are doing it actually
Obviously. Everything will go on, whatever happens. Like so
अब ऊपर वाले की
as
मर्जी
we're talking yes. So as we're talking about fitness, now we'll come to your Mr. India contest. So you represented Assam in Mr. India, right? So what do you
yeah
want to suggest to the participants who are actually preparing for it? Because it's a big thing, like you are a finalist there. So what suggestion would you like to give there?
Uh, I would say Mr. India में क्या होगा कि like Mr. India is a big platform basically you're representing your state when you represent your state it's a big responsibility because
Mhm,
representing your state because आप जैसा state को दिखा आप जैसे हो वहाँ पे that is the picture you're portraying there from your state right so maintaining your physical fitness is very important first of all because if you're thinking कि आप Mr. India participate करोगे would break the ice here, break that bubble because Mr. India में जो लोग आते हैं, the competition is really high. I'm not saying कि
hmm,
North East people का वो है नहीं. A lot of people also argue on the physical thing कि North Eastern people are short and वैसे कुछ बात नहीं है. You know, Mr. India when you participate Mr. India जो height criteria उनके दिए हुए हैं जो authority ने दिया है जो height criteria organization ने जो दिया है वो हाइट क्राइटेरिया अगर
hmm,
आपका मैच हो रहा है यू कैन पार्टिसिपेट यू कैन स्टिल बी अ विनर जरूरी नहीं है कि आप फाइव
hmm,
सेवन के हो क्राइटेरिया 5'6" है आप 5'7" पे पहुंचे हो 5'7" में हो और
hmm,
वहां पे आप देख रहे हो 6'3" 6'4" के लौंडे आ रहे हैं गुजरात से इधर से उधर
hmm,
से हरियाणा से तो यू
hmm,
डोंट हैव टू फील इंटिमिडेटेड बिकॉज आप वहां पे हो बिकॉज यू हैव क्रॉस द बार आप जो
hmm,
उनका क्राइटेरिया क्रॉस किया वो आप पहुंच रहे हो डोंट गेट इंटिमिडेटेड डोंट फील स्मॉल बिकॉज वहां पे इट्स ऑल अबाउट द एटीट्यूड यू कैरी It's all about how you answer the questions, how you walk. That is most important. And कोई आप कितने smart हो, how well knowledge, well sound you are for your current affairs and क्या देश में चल रहा है उसके knowledge में आप कैसे हो, वो important है. वहाँ पे
hmm,
height नहीं देखते, looks नहीं देखते. Obviously, when you're a model, you have to have a certain criteria for physique. आप overweight नहीं हो सकते, right? आप
hmm,
obese नहीं हो सकते, आप एकदम फिजिक नहीं हो सकते आप मेल न्यूट्रिशन नहीं हो सकते यू हैव टू मेंटेन अ गुड
hmm,
हाइट गुड फिजिक सॉरी you have to maintain a good physique you have to have a good knowledge of nutrition you have to have good knowledge of exercise and all because वहाँ पे ये सब चीजें पूछते हैं and you have to
hmm,
also study a lot because you have to be well sound about कि हमारे surroundings में क्या हो रहा है your general knowledge has to be strong so work on those
hmm,
areas guys because वो आपको लेके जाएगा आगे बिकॉज वहां पे शो में डायरेक्टली आपका जो जजिंग होता है वो डायरेक्टली शो पे आपको दिखता होगा शो पे हो रहा है एक्चुअली वो शो पे नहीं
hmm,
होता वो डे वन से चालू हो जाता है जजिंग कि कौन कैसा है कौन कैसे बिहेव कर रहा है कौन कैसे
hmm,
बात कर रहा है बॉडी लैंग्वेज
hmm,
क्या ट्रेनिंग तो होगी आपकी बट देन अगेन वहां पे जो मॉडरेटर्स होते हैं जो आपको सिखाएंगे जो ग्रूमर्स होते हैं दोज ग्रूमर्स उनके साथ आप कैसे बात कर रहे हो हाउ वेल यू कैच दिस थिंग हाउ वेल यू पोर्ट्रेइंग योर कल्चर एंड ट्रेडिशन आउट
hmm,
देयर वो
Like
पहले
the
से
whole
चालू हो जाता
personality.
है, द
Hmm.
होल थिंग, वो डे वन से
Hmm.
चालू हो जाता है। वो डे डे एकदम फाइनल के डे में तो दे आर जस्ट डूइंग द थिंग, उनको मालूम है कौन बनने वाला मटेरियल नहीं है। सो फाइनल के दिन
Hmm.
में दे, फाइनल मार्क्स जो आते हैं वो फाइनल के दिन में आते हैं। जैसे 70 आउट ऑफ 100 70 मार्क्स डे वन से लेके प्री जजिंग तक खत्म हो गया, और सिर्फ
Hmm.
फाइनल के दिन वो 30 मार्क्स का आपको
30
मिलेगा।
marks.
या सो
Mm-hmm.
दैट इज वन से चालू हो जाता है। डोंट थिंक कि हाँ अरे यार अभी सीख लेते हैं, प्लेटफॉर्म में जाके फाड़ देंगे, ये कर देंगे वो कर देंगे, नेवर हैपेंस, बिकॉज डे वन से वो चालू हो जाता है। सो यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर्ड, और डे वन से आपको ये रखना है कि अभी से मेरा डे वन से चालू है, तो दैट मीन्स आई हैव टू लर्न एवरीथिंग, आई हैव टू वेरी साउंड, बिकॉज द ग्रूमर्स आर वेरी स्मार्ट। वो लोग ग्रूमिंग के बीच बीच में
Mm-hmm.
पूछेंगे आप सवाल, सो दैट दिखाएंगे उन लोग कि दे आर लाइक ट्रेनिंग यू, वो आपको ट्रेन कर रहे हैं फॉर द मेन प्लेटफॉर्म। बट देन अगेन दे नो दे आर क्या कर रहे हैं, उनको पता है कि ये बंदा है कि नहीं, वो मटेरियली बंदा है, ये कौन है कौन नहीं है,
Mm-hmm.
तो प्री जजिंग पहले ही हो जाता है। सो प्री जजिंग में वो सब सीन डिसाइड हो जाता है। सो डे वन से यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल, एंड यू हैव टू बी वेरी लाइक ओपन माइंडेड, एंड प्लस वेरी अटेंटिव कि क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है, सब कुछ दिमाग में रखना।
Okay. So I guess this advice would really work for the people or the person who are preparing for Mr. India. So now I'll come to a really a fun kind of a question. Like
Mm-hmm.
I saw in your bio, it was like MMA coach, fitness expert, and along with that, you were also the second runner-up of Mega Mr. Northeast and
Yep.
also Mr. India 2016. So exactly what is Samar Sarkar? What you want to be like? Now you are doing as a fitness expert, MMA coach now. What is exactly Samar Sarkar? In one word, if you like to explain it.
I am very ambitious sort of person. Okay, so a lot of things
Ambitious.
happened to me. During an accident, like I would always say that कि God मेरे को ऊपर वाले ने मेरे को थोड़ा bless किया. So I would always say that
Mm-hmm.
कि I was in the right place in the right time, in the right moment,
Mm-hmm.
and things kept on clicking for me. Thank God for that. I hope the things click for me in future too. तो वो click करते गया, and my thing is that I never let go of any opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Opportunity, if there's an opportunity here coming at my door, I would always let that opportunity come in. I'll open the door. I'll hold the door for that person. So
Mm-hmm.
वो opportunity, I grab it. I don't let go of any sort of opportunity. कभी कभार एक दो मिस हो जाते हैं, of course you can't just grab everything at a time, but then again but
Obviously.
so मिला तो I would
But though
always
you
I
try to
always
grab
treat
everything.
everything, because I
Yeah.
believe that ये ऊपर वाले ने दिया है मुझे एक मौका, so I'll do this.
Grab it.
I'll do this. I
Yeah.
won't upset that person up there, that sitting there कि जो अभी दे रहा है वो यार ठुकरा दे रहा है, एटीट्यूड वाह so इसको नेक्स्ट टाइम नहीं देने का. So that's the thing. मतलब बैठ नहीं, ये अपॉर्चुनिटी या ले लो, आगे बढ़ो. जिंदगी का मोटिव ही ये है, कीप ऑन गोइंग वन स्टेप अहेड एवरी ईयर, स्टेप बाय
Mm-hmm.
स्टेप होगा. डोंट जस्ट टेक द शॉर्टकट और ट्राई टू हैव अ लॉन्ग जंप और समथिंग लाइक दैट. स्टेप बाय स्टेप, एक कदम करते करते आगे बढ़ेंगे. बट देन अगेन दैट पार्ट till like 4 5 years before, like I was a very immature guy, so मेरे को exactly नहीं पता था मुझे
Mm-hmm.
करना क्या है कि. But जो भी रास्ते में आते गया, I kept on taking this, I kept on grabbing this, I kept on doing this, the jack of all trades sort of person. But then again,
Uh-huh.
this is me. I wanted to do this, so आया
So
किया,
that made you a
आगे बढ़ा.
multi-talented guy at last of all.
I won't use
Yeah.
that word, but then again, yeah, but I would like to, learn. For example, I like to read a book every month. I try to
Mm-hmm.
complete a book every month. I try to take up new instrument every year, and I want to,
Mm-hmm.
see myself in a little step ahead, or little step up next year. So I'm just doing it step by step. People might call me like say अरे यार इसका क्या फ्यूचर है, खुद ही कंफ्यूज है बंदा, क्या करे क्या नहीं करेगा. I don't give a shit. I'm like, this is what
So
I
you
want to
like
do,
do what
and I'm
makes you
doing it.
happy.
That's what, I'm a free soul.
Mm-hmm. So recently, as you told, you take up new instruments. So recently, what are you practicing?
Yeah, I'm still trying to practice my keyboard and guitar तो बहुत दिन हो गए लिया नहीं because lockdown में I was doing something else which I would rather not say online because there is
Okay.
something which I'm pursuing. Once एक बार हो जाए तो पता
Oh.
चलेगा सबको. So I invested my time in the entire lockdown time. I invested something which is like very good for my future, and
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a very serious thought. कि ये करने से I'll have a good
Hmm.
future, and I really wanted to do this. So वो दिमाग में पहले से था. So I'm pursuing that, and along with that, the instruments. I'm still struggling with the keyboard and still trying to get some new keyboards,
Get the
guitar
right
pieces
notes,
and
kind
some
of.
yeah, yep, sort of thing. I'm still doing that. Lockdown में तो वैसा time नहीं मिला because I invested in a lot of time something
Mm-hmm.
else. So next year probably you'll see me coming up with something which you do like this. So I have
Oh,
interest in
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah, I have got
Obviously,
interest
waiting
in
for
that.
that then. So, I would like to ask you a question, like as you are a fitness expert also. So, do you believe in good, like getting a good diet is like like it's very expensive right now. So, do you think like there's a another option to it? Because for most of the people, it's not really very like what to say. As it's expensive, it's not really very okay to take the expensive diet. So, what do you think about it? Is there any other option to it?
Uh, I would say key options to hai. There are a lot of options
Hmm.
because as of right now, if you study the market में क्या हो रहा है कि
Hmm.
the thing which has got a good nutritional value, उसका price high है. It's a lot
Hmm.
higher. ठीक है और if you see the market of the US or the Middle Europe or Middle Eastern Europe side की अगर आप market देखो, the thing which
Hmm.
has got the higher nutrition value उनका थोड़ा सा वो कम है प्राइस कम है इट्स मच
Hmm.
मोर अफोर्डेबल ठीक है हमारे यहाँ पे
Hmm.
नहीं है बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ रीजंस बिकॉज क्लाइमेट एंड दिस एंड दैट बहुत कुछ प्ले comes into play and there
Hmm.
are a lot of middlemans and there are a lot of production से लेके detailing तक मतलब there are a lot of things out there so उसकी वजह से
Hmm.
प्राइस हाई हो जाता है and tax of course so right now what we can do is that I would always suggest कि home cooked food are the best food
Hmm.
आप होम कुक फूड बनाओ ठीक है पहले भी लोग when this all commercial foods were not in existence
Hmm.
people used to have good physique and people used to be very fit but then
Hmm.
again तब के टाइम पे वो भी था कि वो फल फ्रूट पे दिस एंड दैट उल्टा पुल्टा चीजें नहीं होता था आजकल तो बहुत केमिकल्स एंड एवरीथिंग इज कम डाउन you might think
Hmm.
you're having a fruit that means a fruit a day keeps the doctor will be thinking you might be thinking कि मैंने एक apple ले लिया I have got my nutrition this and that but then again
Hmm.
you might not get it because अभी जो जो सिस्टम हो रखा है कि वो एप्पल कहाँ से आ रहा है कितने कैसे उसको प्रोडक्ट प्रोड्यूस किया गया फॉर मोर बेनिफिट फॉर मोर फाइनेंशियल बेनिफिट बिकॉज
Hmm.
आजकल चीजें भी वैसे हो रही है कि कमर्शियल हो गया
Hmm.
सब कुछ एक
Obviously.
लेस कम टाइम में लोगों को ज्यादा प्रोडक्शन करना है so that
Production.
एक साथ वो yeah that thing is there so people use pesticides and all these things chemicals to grow that crops or to grow that fruit तो वो चीज है but it's like all mental here it's like आप mentally खुद को वो कर रहे हो कि हाँ एक फ्रूट ले लिया I'm happy I've had 100 grams of vegetables हाँ ठीक है पर पता नहीं क्या vegetables लिया वो vegetables कहाँ से आ रहे हैं
Hmm.
तो that you don't know that right वो mental peace के लिए हम लोग लेते हैं the thing is that I would always suggest when you bring your fruit or you bring vegetables, घर पे wash it properly and then cook it.
Hmm.
बाहर मत खाओ. बाहर
Hmm.
बाहर का खाना is like I'm don't really advocate बाहर का खाना but then again
Hmm.
if you have home cooked food cheap में बहुत कुछ मिलते हैं if you अगर
Obviously.
आपके घर पे भी थोड़ा स्पेस है छोटा मोटा तो स्पेस है you can also
Hmm.
grow some things are there ठीक है वो सब भी कर
Obviously.
सकते हो अगर आपको इतना इश्यूज हो रहा है कि a lot of people are not financially sound to go and
Hmm.
buy certain expensive foods or go and buy say seeds like sunflower basil ये सब seeds they become very expensive right now. So वो सब
Mm-hmm.
क्योंकि अभी देखो अभी कोविड का जमाना है तो कोविड के बाद इवन द फूड कंपनीज उन लोग एक कोई भी फूड उठा लो पैकेज फूड दिस लाइक एन इम्यूनिटी बूस्टिंग
Mm-hmm.
सो उसका भी उन
True.
लोग फायदा उठा रहे हैं दिस पीपल आर आल्सो
Mm-hmm.
टेकिंग प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम दैट बिकॉज अभी सबको लग रहा है कि कोविड में मतलब 99% पीपल लोग लग रहे हैं कि अगर इम्यूनिटी कम है तो कोविड
Mm.
हो सकता है तो अभी के
हो
लोग
सकता
इफ यू सी
है ऐसा
पीपल
ही
आर मोर हेल्थ कॉन्शियस पीपल आर वेरी मच
हम्म
हेल्थ कॉन्शियस नाउ बिकॉज उनको उन्होंने देखा है कि पेंडेमिक उन्होंने देख लिया है तो पेंडेमिक देखना
हम्म
मतलब सो पीपल आर नाउ कॉन्शियस कि अभी हेल्थ ठीक करना है तो नाउ मोर एंड मोर पीपल आर इन्वेस्टिंग मोर एंड मोर टाइम एंड मनी इनटू फिटनेस इंडस्ट्री और अच्छे
हम्म
खाना खाना all these things they are like उनके बैक ऑफ द हेड
हम्म
में है doing it a lot of people are doing it
हम्म
बट दैट
हम्म
उसका फायदा कंपनीज भी निकाल रहे हैं ना कि अच्छा
हम्म
कोविड हो गया लोगों को लगता है कि यू नो ये दे हैव टू इन्वेस्ट मोर टाइम इन हेल्थ एंड दिस व्हिच इज गुड आई एम नॉट सेइंग बैड
हम्म
व्हिच इज गुड बट कंपनी भी तो फायदा उठा रही है ना कंपनी अपना रेट हाई कर दी अब
ऑब्वियसली
एक फ्लेक्सिस खरीदने जाओ फ्लेक्सिस का रेट थोड़ा हाई है लास्ट टाइम जब मैंने
हम्म
लिया था सनफ्लावर का रेट हाई है और क्विनोआ का रेट हाई है इवन
ऑब्वियसली
इसका रेट भी हाई हो रहा है चिकन का रेट भी हाई हो रहा है एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स
हम्म
यू नो रेट्स ऊपर जा रहे हैं सो कम में बहुत कुछ है होम कुक्ड फूड बनाओ vegetables खाओ all these things broccolis and everything you know sweet
हम्म
potato all these things have got high nutritional value you should really have those things and home cook बनाओ तो सस्ता ही पड़ेगा and budget में भी रहेगा that is
beneficial also.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
So, like as you were saying about COVID, so like we have less time for the interview, so we'll come to the last but not
Yeah,
least.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
as we know, co-vaccine is out,
Hmm,
so like there are a lot of rumors going on around the people. So, what do you
hmm.
want to say about it?
About the vaccination thing.
Yeah, also to the people, because there are a lot of rumors going on. What is your suggestion to
See, I would not say that things are a real rumor because बहुत कुछ अभी world में हो रहा है, ठीक है? For example, a lot of people, I'm telling you, a mentality of Guwahati ka people and Indian people. A lot of people are actually thinking कि एक दो साल चले जाए या सात आठ महीने चले जाए उसके बाद वैक्सीनेशन लेंगे, ठीक है?
it?
उसके बाद वैक्सीनेशन में लेके they'll do this कि अभी वैक्सीनेशन नहीं लेना because you never know क्या होना है
Hmm.
बिकॉज अभी इफ यू सी यूएस में जो फाइजर का जो वैक्सीनेशन लगा था
Hmm.
वन लेडी जिसको लगा था सेकंड या थर्ड
Hmm.
फर्स्ट सेकंड या थर्ड लेडी थी तो शी
Yeah.
पास अवे एंड टुडे
Yes.
इवन अभी न्यूज आया है कि नॉर्वे में दे आर 23 डेथ्स थ्रू फाइजर
Hmm.
वैक्सीनेशन ठीक है बट देन अगेन हमारे गुवाहाटी मतलब इंडिया में जो वैक्सीनेशन का वो दिया गया है इसे कोवैक्सीन इज फ्रॉम भारत बायोटेक आई बिलीव
Hmm.
या
Hmm. Hmm.
भारत बायोटेक ने बनाया था but then again there is no written or there is no efficacy report about or the safety report for the covaxin thing ठीक है
Hmm.
भारत बायोटेक has produced one covaxin right and
Hmm.
Serum Institute of India has produced Covishield. So there
Hmm.
are two vaccines out here. ठीक है now the best part कि ये हो रहा है कि जो हैदराबाद बेस्ड कंपनी ने भारत बायोटेक ने जो वैक्सीन बनाया है वो वैक्सीन का
Hmm.
एफिकेसी से रिपोर्ट नहीं है द सेफ्टी रिपोर्ट
Hmm.
दे हैव प्रोवाइडेड येट जस्ट बिकॉज अर्जेंट बेसिस पे इनको वैक्सीन करना था एंड अर्जेंट बेसिस पे वैक्सीनेशन करवाना था बोल के इनको जो फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर्स हैं उनके लिए ये बनाया एंड दिस इज गवर्नमेंट हैज आल्सो गवर्नमेंट ने इसको परमानेंट नहीं किया कि इट्स नॉट कंपल्सरी दे हैव टू टेक इट यू कैन डिनाई इफ समबडी
Hmm.
सेज कि
Hmm.
आपको वैक्सीन लगाना है यू कैन डिनाई कि नो आई डोंट वांट टू डू इट ठीक है बट अदर देन देख आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड कोई पॉलिटिक्स भी हो सकता है बिकॉज सीरम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडिया
Hmm.
के पास एफिकेसी रिपोर्ट है एफिकेसी सेफ्टी रिपोर्ट है ओके एंड दे हैव ऑलरेडी टेस्टेड इट क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स हो चुके हैं नॉट इन इंडिया क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स हो चुके हैं साउथ अफ्रीका में क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स हो चुके हैं ऑल दिस ब्राजील में हो चुका है ओके सो वहां पे जो उनका जो रिपोर्ट आया है दैट इज 100% 99% जो उनका सक्सेस रेट है वो हुआ है ठीक है So
Hmm.
I don't understand why जिसका efficacy report, efficacy safety report है, उनको नहीं दे के why they are giving a vaccine which has not got any efficacy safety report. बिकॉज वो अभी तक आया नहीं, बिकॉज आई थिंक कि गवर्नमेंट को थोड़ा शायद वेट करना था। अगर उनको
Mhm.
वो कोविड अगर उनको प्रमोट करना था, तो आई थिंक
Hmm.
गवर्नमेंट शुड हैव वेटेड फॉर द एफिकेसी रिपोर्ट टू कम। बट दे
Hmm.
उन्होंने वो, यानी दे हैव डूइंग दिस, बट देन अगेन या इट्स ऑल अप टू यू,
Mhm.
इट इज गेट इम्यूनाइज। इम्यूनाइजेशन होना बहुत
Mhm.
जरूरी है ऑफ कोर्स, बट देन अगेन ऑफ कोर्स व्हेन जब अगर कोविशील्ड भी अगर जब आ जाएगा, आने के बाद वील हैव ऑप्शंस। because in a lot of other countries like UK and all this US, उनके पास options वैसे थे नहीं। Moderna and
Hmm.
है and Pfizer is there, but they don't have
Hmm.
option। उनके पास जो आया आपको वही लगाना है, you cannot deny।
Obviously.
And
Mhm.
ये हमारे यहाँ पे कोविशील्ड और कोवैक्सीन दोनों जब आ जाएंगे, we can choose
Mhm.
one
Choose
on the
one
top of
over
the
the
other,
other.
because yeah,
Mhm.
we can do that, and this is not
Hmm.
compulsory, but then again ये होना जरूरी था, and for the people, the frontline workers, it was very important। and yeah, I hope कि जो हमें वैक्सीनेशन दिया जा रहा है, आई होप
Hmm.
उससे कोई प्रॉब्लम ना हो किसी को, एंड एवरीबडी शुड बी हेल्दी एंड सेफ एंड साउंड। दैट्स व्हाट आई प्रे फॉर
Hmm.
एवरीबडी।
Obviously. So, as we have come to the end of our interview, so I'd like to thank all the viewers and also thank you to you, Samar, for joining us to our News Move chat wrap.
Thank you so much for having me.
And also to all the viewers, do follow our Instagram page and like our Facebook page. Along with that, subscribe to our YouTube channel to get all the updates and interviews of News Move. So thank you and good night, everyone. Thank you, Samar.
Good night.
Good night.